Welcome back to Celebrity Radio. It's Alex Belfield talking to some of the country's biggest stars and some of my favourite people. And we've got one for you today. Dave Bartram and the boys from Showaddywaddy have rocked music for over 50 years. And they're back with the Greatest Hits album and, of course, continuing to tour. And I'm delighted to say Dave joins us on the phone now. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good. Did you say 50 years? I'm not that old, you know.
Well, I know, but when we look back, I mean, where are we now? 1973, and we're now at 2019. It's not far off, is it?
It's approaching that, absolutely. The half century is not that far away, but 45 years to this month, apparently, since our first hit single, so which is what the 3 CD collection is to commemorate.
Remind me about the year when you knew you'd made it, because, I mean, your success speaks for itself. I'm going to go through the figures in a minute, but what was the year when you thought, oh, this isn't bad?
You know, it's an odd thing. You never really think that you have made it, although I do remember vividly the morning when I got a phone call. I think it was a Monday morning about 8 o'clock, very un-rock and roll hours at that time in 1976, when a voice at the other end of the line said, "Dave, you're number one." And I can remember that. It sent a shiver down my spine of sheer excitement, thinking I was top of the tree in it. But as I say, you never really think you've made it, because especially in the 70s, we were so busy. If we weren't on the road touring, we were out doing photo sessions, or out doing going over to Holland, Germany, various countries to do TVs and gigs over there. And then cramming in recording in between. It was just utterly crazy, and I'm amazed that I'm still here to tell the tale.
Yeah, we're going to get to that in a minute, how hedonistic it was. I mean, there you were, over 200 weeks in the charts, 10 top 10 singles, touring the world, and feel good, really. That was the thing about Showaddywaddy. Whenever we got to see you live, it's a party, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's the general idea. It's to our mind, we started out as a live band, and the fact that we went on to have sort of 23 top 40 singles and a load of huge selling albums as well, including a number one album. I think it never ceases to amaze me, and to be out sort of now promoting the Gold collection after 45 years, it really doesn't stack up. It's incredible, and I'm loving it.
I remember interviewing Cliff once, and I think he said he'd done 45,000 songs or something like that over the years. I mean, this triple CD proves your back catalogue is remarkable, and it's almost infinite, isn't there? There aren't many songs you haven't done.
No, the mixture of obviously a lot of covers, which the band were very well known for, along with loads and loads of original songs written by myself and Trevor Oakes. The list goes on, and the 61 tracks on the CD, I'm really pleased to say, feature a lot of the original songs as well. Some that were touted as being singles, but never quite made it, but which show sort of that the band had a little bit more to its, more strings to its bow than just covering classic songs from the late 50s and early 60s.
And let's face it, it was the halcyon days of music, and proper tunes sung well. And that was what was great about the sound of the band, and it still is. I think it's got a feel of a better time. There's nothing synthetic about it. There's nothing automated about it. It was all live, and it still is. You pride yourself on that, don't you?
Absolutely. In fact, I was just having a similar conversation with John Elsley, who used to be with Dire Straits. Yeah. We were saying just how similar music, the production techniques of today's music. A lot of stuff you find it sounding. The EQs are very similar, and the overall sort of sound is very much the same and a little bit flat, as opposed to songs from the 70s or 60s or for that matter 50s, which sound alive. And I hope the recording techniques will perhaps change a little to kind of bring back a bit more excitement, actually, whether you've got a streaming system or you download it or whatever, you listen to sort of "Come On Everybody" or that's all right, Mama, and there's just something alive about those recordings, and I'd love to go through an era where songs come alive on the radio again.
I was talking to somebody this morning. My favourite time on the radio was when I worked for Capitol Gold, because whether it was the Ronettes, a bit of Phil Spector, sort of that type of production, or as you say, the Elvis records of the 50s and 60s, my God, when you press that start button, there was something electric about that sound. And again, there's still a great demand for it, and I think it's going to get bigger. I think as music progresses, we're going to look back at this type of music as being the best and the most popular and the stuff people want to hear live. And that's what you're still doing today, isn't it? Providing this live music.
That's what it's all about. People, we're going through, the country's going through a very strange time, obviously, with Europe and all the paraphernalia that's been going on there for so long. And people need cheering up. And there's nothing better than live music to uplift you, to make you feel good.
And that's certainly what you do. Let's go back to, let's say, 75 to the 80s and those groupies that followed you around. I mean, you had a fan base that was marvellous. How exciting was it?
That's the first time I've heard them referred to as gropies, and it does follow. I think just about every part of my anatomy groped at some point in my career. That's all part and parcel of being on the road and hero worship. No, you made me laugh there. You struck a nerve.
But I mean, this is what showbiz was about, wasn't it? The stage door, the excitement of the fans. And of course, you had Top of the Pops that we don't have anymore. It was really exciting back then. It seems like we've even lost that today. The stage door and that sort of excitement of meeting your favourite star was a big thing. Now, I guess you just have to go on Twitter and we can find out everything, what time they went to toilet and what they're having for their tea. It's not quite the same, is it?
It's not quite the same. I think it can't be. We live in a digital age. We hark back to the 70s and 60s. It was all about live bands in those days. You had to be able to deliver live to get a record deal. So consequently, everybody could go out on the road and play live. And I think it's sadly lacking. I feel sorry for some of these kids that are perhaps on the X Factor or Britain's Got Talent, and they find themselves thrown thrust before a live audience, and they've never actually performed in a live sense, and it must be so scary.
And what's worse, a year later, they're deliberately killed off because the next band of stars have got to be made to be killed off the following year.
Yeah, I mean, there were a certain amount of manufactured artists throughout every era, but yeah, the 70s was certainly alive with fantastic musicians, and a lot of them are still on the road plying their trade, and it's great to see. And as you say, that there's a different attitude about artists from that era, and it's all about performance. And I love to see people that can perform. I saw a guy actually. I was over in the States recently, and there was a guy who came onto American Idol, Alejandro, I think his name is, and he was astonishing. And I thought, at last, a talent show is allowing someone to play an original song, someone that could perform, someone that was a gifted pianist and guitar player. And I thought, well, perhaps things are changing for the better. I still manage the band, so I go to a lot of the shows, and it's still very much about performance, and the sound is still intact, and the love for the band that I've found sort of getting out and about and again.
Have the crowd got older as the band sort of keeps touring, or do you get new generations finding your music who are as young as they were back in the 70s?
Well, we make jokes about looking for the Blue Rinse Brigade in the street to find out where the venue is. But the audiences are largely, well, I suppose you would call them mature, but it's very much across the board. There's a bit of a movement out there of kids that are very much into the retro thing, and we get there's still a lot of youngsters that come along to the shows, and they don their teddy boy outfits, brightly coloured Ted outfits, and they dance in the aisles, and rock and roll is still alive and well.
These teddy boy outfits that they all wear, do you get those specially made, or are they available in M&S? How do you do that?
No, I don't think you'll get them off the peg in M&S. No. But, it used to be a bit of a bugbear in the early days when we first started Showaddywaddy. You'd go into a tailor and ask them to make a brightly coloured teddy boy outfit, and you'd be shown the door. But we managed to get a couple of perhaps shall we say impecunious tailors on board to help out with that, but that was all part of the showmanship of the band, which is very synonymous with Showaddywaddy. The whole thing was about live performance initially, and the fact that we went on to have so many hits was just unbelievable.
The days were different, but the music is still living on, and you can hear this new triple CD. What a thrill it is, and so uplifting and so joyous. You're still at it, and I love the fact that you keep this band going. You love this band, don't you, Dave?
Absolutely. That's the only reason I still do it, to be honest, because of my love for the band. And it's fantastic that there is still a band out there that can still perform and represent Showaddywaddy in an amazing live sense. Congratulations on everything, continued longevity and success, and we'll talk again very, very soon. You can get the new triple CD, just put into Google or Amazon, of course, Showaddywaddy, and it will come up at the top. Great to talk to you, Dave. Thanks for your time. And you, Alice. Cheers, mate. All the best.